Welcome back. A group of individuals have tendered their resignation from the National Green Party. The leader of the National Green Party, Andrew De Carries, recently advised executive board members and the candidate core of his forward approach and future plans in reference to the party's long-term mission and goals. Some key members made a decision not to further align with the International Green Party mandates expected to be rolled out by the NGP in due course, as outlined by De Carries. Former NGP candidates Dr. Gilbertha St. Rose and Abdallah Mohammed, in addition to a few key executive administrative members, have therefore detached, severing all ties with the organization. The two candidates say that as citizens, they intend to continue to play their civic roles to help develop the island into a place where every St. Lucian is content to reside. Will former LIAT workers accept the offer made by Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown as compensation following the liquidation of the company back in 2020? According to Brown, government continues to await feedback from trade unions about the offer on the table.
In June of 2020, it was revealed that LIAT 1974 Limited would be liquidated due to increased debt and the economic impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. While the company went into administration, those LIAT workers have been left in the dark, so to speak, with very little being told about compensation. Recently, Hot 7 spoke to the Antiguan Prime Minister Gaston Brown, who said that an offer was on the table to those LIAT workers.
The Antiguan government has offered a 50% payout for the staff members to include the terminal benefits, including redundancy payments. The unions representing LIAT, they have not agreed to the offers yet. I think they are operating under the fallacy that they'll get 100%. Now, LIAT, as you know, is a limited liability company, so the governments have no legal liability to LIAT. It means, therefore, that the only legal recourse available to LIAT is for the administrator who will become liquidated eventually if or when we collapse. The 1974 Limited, the liquidator will have had to sell those assets and utilize the proceeds to pay staff the benefits.
He says the offer should be considered by the various trade unions, since to his mind, it is an extremely reasonable one.
If we had gone that route, then evidently they would only get about 5% of what is owed to them. So the offer that Antigua and Barbuda has made to the staff of LIAT, 50%, is a superior offer. And we are waiting for the staff to accept through the unions. Again, I guess it's a long-winded negotiating process, which we're not too happy with, because we recognize that the staff out there will be displaced, they're hurting, especially as a result of COVID. And we're hoping that they could come together and get the unions to accept the offer, which we think is an extremely reasonable offer in the circumstances. It's actually a compassionate payment. It's not a legal obligation of the Antiguan government to pay the 50%. We're doing it on compassionate grounds. As you know, we are Labour Party governments, and we want to make sure we go the extra mile to protect our workers and also to do all in our power to promote their interests.
The National Workers Union, the NWU, represents some 28 LIAT workers here. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
In an International Youth Day address, Minister for Youth Development and Sports, Kenson Casimir, issued a message to the young people of St. Lucia. The theme for International Youth Day, commemorated on the 12th of August, was Transforming Food Systems, Youth Innovation for Human and Planetary Health. In the address, Minister Casimir calls youth to action to be instrumental in nation building through innovation.
International Youth Day was slated for August 12, 2021 under the theme Transforming Food Systems, Youth Innovation for Human and Planetary Health. Recognizing the importance of the day, Minister for Youth Development and Sports Kenson Casimir, in a Youth Day address, called the youth of St. Lucia to action. Casimir says that the youth of St. Lucia are paving the way for food security by way of business ventures.
It is no secret that young people have been the drivers of social change, showing a spirit of resilience and innovation and strong commitment to nation building. Here in St. Lucia, many entrepreneurial youth have broken barriers in developing business ventures which have created linkages towards food security. According to the Economic and Social Youth Forum of the United Nations, Young people stress the importance of working towards more equitable food systems.
Casimir said that despite the current constraints of the COVID-19 era, youth have persevered and used innovation to tackle some of the issues affecting them.
In the midst of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, youth have been disproportionately affected and emotionally displaced. Yet, they have demonstrated resilience through the use of technology to adapt to the uncertain times that we face. Thus, it is my hope that young people, through participation in nation building, will positively impact the socio-economic and environmental landscapes, which will generate wealth and bring economic prosperity.
Casimir encourages young people of St. Lucia to utilize technological solutions to engage in best practices for a healthier planet. Reporting for the Hot 7 Nightly News, I am Karim Nelson.
You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. There's more after the break.